The beast hooking a left at the National Archives. President Trump behind the wheel of his own motorcade. 130,000 people packed on the barricades, screaming down Pennsylvania Avenue. An IndyCar street race through Washington. 7 months from the pitch in the Oval Office to the green flag. And I'll tell you who walked in and made that pitch. Doug Bowles, who is the president of IndyCar, said the hardest part wasn't the asphalt. No. It was getting all the agencies on the same page. And that right there is Washington in one sentence. Committees, studies, 9 years, and a memo. President Trump gave Roger Penske a yes in the Oval Office, and the cars were braking from 180 down to past 40, the Capitol Dome, in 7 months. So stay with me because I'm going to roll you Speaker Mike Johnson's exact words on making this permanent, and Doug Burgum telling you what actual DC residents said to his face. Now this item, it never makes the network Chiron. Open enrollment season is approaching, and the planned comparison window is where the money moves. This developing story, Patriots, millions of seniors are overpaying for Medicare because big insurance profits off your confusion. The mailers, the robocalls, the fine print, all of it engineered to keep you locked in place. Now the part they cut for time. Chapter is a newsroom for your Medicare. Independent Medicare advisors, the only advisors comparing every plan nationwide. Chapter reviews your doctor's prescriptions and reports back the truth. If you're already on the best plan, Chapter will confirm if you're on the best plan, on the record. And if you're not, they'll help you switch plans. One call, under 20 minutes, and it costs you absolutely nothing. The number's on your screen, 910-728-4109. That's 910-728-4109. They built a street race in 7 months. All you got to do is make one call. So Space Force ran comms on the pace car delivery. We got the video from the White House, absolutely epic, actually from the Department of War. Operation Freedom 250 is a go. You can see here some of the footage. Now, we told you back in March what that branch could do, while Democrats laughed at it. Now watch the post because the Speaker of the House put a number on this crowd. Let's get into it. President Trump and First Lady have begun the lap of honor in the beast. He's driving straight down presidential Pennsylvania Avenue.
Is coming down, and you have 25 teams today battling for the title. And you might think, oh, only Alex Palou, who's the favorite. He's won 6 times already this year. He's the odds-on favorite. He won pole here. You think if you are starting 25th, you have no chance. But last week in Canada, Will Power, who started the race in 25th place, he took podium. He finished 3rd. So now you see the beast going down Pennsylvania Avenue. They're going to be hooking a left around the National Archives. They're on 3rd Street and coming down, and some of these turns, I think perhaps even the president will be able to field in the beast, are going to be tight. And again, this is a procession with the beast.
Fox News catches the moment the beast rolls to a stop, and President Trump and Melania step out and greet the racing officials.
There's the President of the United States getting out of the beast, the presidential limo, along with the First Lady, Melania, doing handshakes with some racing officials there. Just before the IndyCar race is set to begin. A huge undertaking to basically rework some of the inner city streets here in Washington. And we do expect that after the president, of course, does his lap of honor in the presidential limo, he will wave the green flag to get the racers going forward on this 250-mile race around Washington, D.C.
That is the coolest thing ever, man. The coolest thing. Gunther Eagleman lays out where the whole thing started. Roger Penske pitching an IndyCar race down D.C. streets and in the Oval Office. Says his team walked into the Oval, pitched the idea. Trump immediately understood how powerful it could be, a full Grand Prix in the Capitol. As a backdrop, military flyovers, massive crowds, America 250 is a theme. He always loved sports and the big national moments. This time, he helped create one.
Loves his New York Yankees, like a certain anchor at Fox News. He was at the Super Bowl. He went to the NCAA football championship. The president this time is manufacturing a sporting event. This was his vision. Maybe he didn't come up with the idea first, but when pitched on the idea, when Fox Sports, when Roger Penske and the Penske team, Penske Entertainment, came to the Oval Office and said this could be really cool, the president recognized immediately how successful this could be and how awesome this could be. What a way to end the summer here in the nation's capital. And there's no question, Mike, the weather's playing a big factor in this. It'd be a much different story, right, if it was pouring rain, flyovers canceled, sitting here in rain gear, right, probably try to see if there's any more room next to you in the studio. Now, for the people out here, there's no other place they'd rather be. They want to see IndyCar racing. Nobody has seen cars drive.
Speaker Mike Johnson puts the crowd at 130,000, says he wants this back every single year.
Having a great time. There'll be 130,000 people out here, and they capped it for security. We could have had 1 million people here. I want to bring it back next year. I want to make it an annual event, so we'll see if we can.
Is that a possibility?
If we have any say in it, we'll be in the majority. I'll be pushing for that.
All right. House Speaker Mike Johnson,
thank you
very much for joining.
Nice action. Nice action. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum says D.C. residents are begging him for a repeat.
Mike Johnson, the speaker, was just here, and he said that you guys might try to do this again next year. Do you have anything to announce?
Well, nothing to announce yet, but let's just say this is the perfect time of year to do it. Congress is on recess from economic development for our capital city. Hotels, restaurants, the people of Washington, D.C., the greater capital region all love this idea. This is a really positive thing. And if you look at the smiles on the faces of the crowd, I haven't met anybody who said, please, everybody I've met is saying, please do this again next year.
Well, this is...
Think about that, too. All the businesses that are booming, the hotels are filled up, the restaurants are filled up, people flying in. Just a huge economic engine for Washington, D.C. So the money's moving. So are the cars. The White House goes further. President Trump, the sports president, and the receipts are on the reel. Here is the White House man of the people, President Trump, the sports president. Let's take a look.
I'm a huge sports fan.
Please welcome Donald J. Trump. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the South Lawn.
I'd love to have your job someday.
The President of the United States on the field.
The first sitting U.S. president to attend a Super Bowl game live.
What an entrance by the President of the United States.
There's a new spectator in the house, the President of the United States.
Always attending when he can.
As some might call this bread and circuses, I call this straight up American patriotism, my friends. IndyCar President Doug Bowles on Fox and Friends explains what it took to build that track. 7 months in every agency in Washington.
Sat with Doug Bowles, the president of IndyCar. Doug, thanks for being here and bringing us the coolest race to the nation's capital. How hard was it?
It was pretty difficult just to get all the agencies and all the different people that involved together to get them all on the same page. But once we all got communicating, that was good. Got over that hurdle, and then building this racetrack over the last 7 months has been pretty challenging, but pretty amazing. Looks beautiful. Pretty excited to be here.
You know, Rachel went in a two-seater. I did. This course is fast. It's got tight turns. If a average human like myself tried to drive this, no way.
Well, I think the place where we might be able to go fast, the problem we have is how late they brake and how hard they have to brake to get stopped and get around the corner. That's where the difference comes, is just really being able to commit and get that braking done really fast. So going from 180 to 40 miles an hour, like instantaneously, that's where we start losing out.
They left me out of the two-seater, so I think that you owe me a ride where I get to drive the car.
Good idea.
That's not a good idea, but maybe we could look into it next year if we come back.
We'll put him on a golf cart. Doug Bowles, thank you very much.
Next year if we come back, right? Let's hope they do. Back on the broadcast, a live look at the beast on the circuit. And Helio Castroneves has thoughts on how fast that limo can actually move.
The Beast, you heard the president talking about his plans. He will be in a special location, of course, watching this race along with us after greeting the drivers, the motorcade. Elio, if you had to drive the Beast, I wonder with those, I guess those guys, I don't know how fast they have to go. In the movies, we see them like, tearing
doing everything, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit heavy, in terms of how fast you want to go, but...
Of course, the Beast is heavy. It's armored. Danica Patrick knows the beast up close. She's ridden with Secret Service detail. She explains why they don't soup it up.
That they're armored and they have all this.
Well, I've
amazing
ridden
things.
with Secret Service detail from. I'm friends with a few people in DC, and I was asking the drivers about Secret Service about their experience, if they get special training, if the car is souped up, is it extra fast, and essentially the car is really just heavier and safer. But when they try and add horsepower and do those things to it, it kind of makes other things fail. But as drivers, really, their protection as Secret Service is that the car is bulletproof and hard to beat.
You know, in Brazil, believe it or not, because of the safety down there, most of the people have bulletproof cars. I mean, it's sad.
Do you have a bulletproof car?
I have a bulletproof car, yes.
Wow, you have that many enemies, huh? Kidding. They're going about what? I don't know, 50 miles per hour here.
Slow.
They're going to take about 7 laps. We saw the history of President.
The Department of War delivered the Freedom 250 pace car. Space Force, Marines, Navy, Coast Guard. This is the entire operation. It's about 3 minutes, and it's worth every single second.
This is the United States Space Force, looking for all parties to confirm Operation Freedom 250.
Roger, Space Force, Marines in place, standing by.
Oh, my bad.
This is the United States Space Force, looking for all parties to confirm Operation Freedom 250.
Roger, Space Force, Marines in place, standing by.
Navy is standing by.
Army in place, standing by. Air Force standing by. Space Force, Coast Guard 29110, standing by.
Roger. Operation Freedom 250 is a go.
Space Force, Condor 11 is IP inbound for exfil.
Marines, mission is a go. Execute, execute, execute.
Last man down. Move, move, move. All clear, all clear. This all flight is inbound. 1-3 breakdown. Target secure. Space Force, this is Hitman. Jackpot.
Jumping net! Jumping net! Jumping net!
Condor 1-1, this is Space Force. Update mission status.
This is Condor 1-1. We are egressing for delivery to the United States Navy.
Roger, Condor 1-1. Prepare for delivery. Alright, boys.
Doing circles.
119.85.
Flight Roger that, contact Andrews Tower 18-4. Okay, yep, Roger.
Bow. Done politicking.
All clear, this whole flight inbound.
Proceed to the drop zone.
Process. Trying to take a toe through the progress.
30 seconds.
Dragon Slayer, this is Space Force. Confirm you are inbound.
Space Force, Slayer 1-1. Wheels up, LZ Blaster, 7 Eagles. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is the Medicare Strike Force. Package is secure and on delivery to the United States Army.
Roger, Tom Catter. Army, you're a go. You're a go. Space Force, this is Able 7. We are on the move. Smoke in sight. LZ identified. Flight inbound.
Loud and clear, Able 7. Secure LZ and stand by for heavy 1-1 drop-off.
We have the Raven 9 arrival, Southwest 5650. Able 3-6, package is on the ground moving into established escort convoy. Roger, Reach 250 is standing by. Copy HQ, we got movement from the south.
2745, maintaining 2809.
Court to recall.
365209, descend via the cap 4.
8-4, Reach 250, we've made contact with core flight. This is Razor 1. We are ready to move the package to the nation's capital.
Acknowledge. Reach 250. Touchdown confirmed.
Space Force, this is Coast Guard. We have visual on the final delivery of the package. Roger, Coast Guard. Operation Freedom 250, mission complete.
Mission complete. Mission complete. So Mike Johnson on camera, there'll be 130,000 people out here, and they kept it for security. We've got to have 1 million people, he said. 1 million capped in the city that every bureaucrat and every legacy anchor swore was too broken, too dangerous, and too dysfunctional to host anything, and not one thing burned. So make them do it again. Speaker Johnson said it out loud. Annual event, he'll push for it in the majority. Burgum said every single D.C. resident he met begged to bring it back, so hold him to it. Right now, in the comments, loud enough, the same paper pushers who slow walk those street closures for 7 months don't spend the next 11 writing reasons it can't happen. And share this with the people who told you the Capitol was a lost cause. And subscribe so you see who tries to kill it first. President Trump didn't fix Washington with a study. He fixed it with a yes. And the crowd on Pennsylvania Avenue was the receipt. So Roger Penske got his answer inside the Oval Office. You can get yours from inside that building too. Just text White House to 844-840-4963. And Next News Network's credentialed team drops what we pull off the ground right there onto your phone every night, including the stuff the broadcast can't carry. Now, if watching the win isn't enough and you want a job in this fight, text Signal to that same number and enlist in the Next News Signal Corps. Real assignments, real ranks, a command center built for patriots who move. Yes, the green flag is out, so let's go.